I'm laying on my bed, it's 3 in the morning, and I pull my phone out. Scrolling and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Watching self-improvement video, and another one, and another one, and another one. With aspirations to become a YouTuber. I see somebody pop up on my feed, I click on his channel. He has millions of subscribers, posting consistently for the past few months, gaining millions of views this month, and even more and more and more. And I think to myself, why can't I gain any subscribers, any views, and I don't have any channel growth? I just don't understand. Then as I'm thinking about that, I come to the realization that I'm sitting on my bed at 3 in the morning on my phone. Dopamine. What is dopamine? Dopamine is a chemical in your brain that spikes up anytime you do something enjoyable. So when you go to play that video game, that hour a day, because you want to go play video games and you think it's okay to play, and oh, it's just an hour a day. Oh, well, what happens is your baseline of dopamine is here. It rises up and then it falls down. But then, as it comes back up, oh wait, your base level is now lower than it used to be. And all these instant gratification activities you do, it goes up, goes back down, goes up and down. And then all of a sudden, you wonder why you're depressed and not seeing any growth in anything you want to do. It's because your dopamine is all messed up. You started off here with a normal base level of dopamine. Now you're all the way down here. It's during quarantine in 2020, and I have my TV set up in my room, pulling an all-nighter again so I can play my favorite video game. I grab my controller, start playing. It's 11 p.m. I look back at the time, feels like a few seconds later, and it's 4 in the morning. And I just don't care. I keep playing and playing and playing. And then I get so tired, like I'm about to pass out. So then I throw my controller to the side and lay down. I get up and I do it again. And that's what I did for almost 6 months during quarantine in 2020, when I was supposed to be doing schoolwork online. I kept doing these instant gratification activities, making my dopamine lower and lower and lower and lower and lower. Imagine how you would feel if you had something that kept lowering your baseline of happiness and enjoyability of everything, and just kept lowering it and lowering it and lowering it. You wouldn't feel very good, would you? And then you wonder why you're depressed or you're not making progress in these things. It's because you don't have any motivation from that dopamine that keeps getting lower and lower and lower to actually do something, to get up and do something. I'm gonna give you an actionable step right now, how to use dopamine, the thing that actually lets you enjoy what you're doing, to show progress in what you're trying to achieve. What you want to do right now is minimize all these distractions around you. For example, I brought up the thing of video games. Well, that's spiking that, and then it's lowering it again, and then you're right here. And then again, you're right here. And then again, and you're right here. You just keep going down and down. So what you want to do, you want to minimize all of these as much as possible, so you can still feel fulfilled while doing the things that you're actually trying to work towards. Because those things can be genuinely fulfilling, but just like with your favorite song, once you listen to it too many times, you don't like it anymore. If you keep getting dopamine from all these random activities, first, those aren't going to be fulfilling for you anymore at the end of them, and you won't be fulfilled at all because of these high dopamine activities. For example, like I said earlier, video games again. Another thing is eating junk food. Even like something like, think about this, working out. Working out can spike dopamine a little bit. It doesn't have as drastic as effect as a lot of these other things. But still, if you work out but then you take your favorite pre-workout and you go with somebody else and then you listen to music, and then all of a sudden your dopamine's all the way up here and you drop back down and your baseline's here, and then you try to work out again. Well, just work out, no music, no nothing. Don't go to the gym, don't go with friends, don't go do any of that. All of a sudden you feel like you don't have any motivation to work out, even though you just loved it a few weeks ago. When you keep adding all these high dopamine activities to your life, you're going to feel less motivated to do something outside of these things, just because this is messing with your dopamine system, making your brain like just not work properly. You may have like the limiting belief, which what a limiting belief is something that limits your ability to do something. You may have the limiting belief that you can't do this and you can't get rid of these things because of this or because of this. But think about that belief and realize, where does that come from? Where does that belief stem from? Why do you believe that you have to go play a video game for an hour a day? Is it because you're a friend that you don't really care about anymore, but you still kind of want to talk to, but not really wants you to get on, hop on the game and play? Well, maybe that thing just isn't worth it. Like, you think that you have to play this hour of video games each day, or that not you have to, but you want to because of this, this, and this. Well, just drop that belief, because it's really not that important. Like I was saying with the old friend scenario, well, he's calling you and complaining, say, hey, hop on the game, come on, when are you going to be on again? Well, maybe it's just like not worth doing. You could think about this with other things, like where does that idea, that belief stem from? Where does this belief of needing or wanting to do something, where does that desire really stem from? Is it from a place of insecurity, or is it from a place of actual wisdom, progress, and success? I almost guarantee you it's from some sort of insecurity or some wanting of feeling of being left out. I guarantee you it's something like that, because I feel you. I've been in that same place. Like, you do not have to play an hour of video games each day. Like, oh, just an hour is fine. Oh, well, then you grab the controller and then you're sitting here, an hour goes by. Oh, let me just finish this one little thing. All right, you keep playing. Oh, and just one more, another match. Let's play another one. And then by that point, it's been 2.5, 3.5, even 4 hours, and you're like, oh well, now I can't get anything done because of this. Drop these limiting beliefs and really show yourself that you can get progress done, and that some sort of success can come out of what you do. Honestly, I take it to the extreme. Don't allow yourself to indulge into these different like dopamine inducing activities. What I really mean by that, breaking it down like autistically breaking this down, is, for example, the urge to like randomly go buy something at a store. Well, yeah, that's fine, because oh yeah, just like, oh, I'm doing something I'm getting it for me. But it's like, and then your brain starts to make all these excuses. Well, maybe this. Well, no, it's just this. I haven't bought anything in a while. I have the money. Yeah, I have the money. And then you just start making all these excuses. You give into the urge of grabbing your wallet, and then you grab your keys. Now you're walking down to your car. You open your car door, and as your brain is having all these racing thoughts coming through, you're like, oh well, I might as well go. I mean, I'm already pretty much on the way there. So then you start driving there, and stop yourself. Don't let yourself even feed into these and indulge into these activities. This will up your productivity in so many other areas of your life, and it'll give you the opportunity to actually get work done. I can understand how you feel about this, because I've been in the same situation, but envision this and imagine being that successful, hardworking guy that you've been wanting for so long. You've set these goals, or maybe you kind of have them roughly wishy-washy in your mind. You have a certain goal towards something and you want to make progress. Envision that, and that being you. Now tie that to your identity and do some stuff for that future self, so that way you can get into that situation and that is you. I feel for this, because I've been in a lot of these same situations, but I've done these things that I've been showing on my YouTube channel. I've changed my life around so that way I can have that identity of literally that person that I was dreaming to be just a few months or a year ago. Don't let these dopamine inducing activities affect you and distract you from what hard work you really need to get done. And don't indulge in all these instant gratification habits. Make sure to hard work and stay consistent. I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.